Here with my man A.K.O.Y.E. What's good, Dave?
What's good, man? What's good, man? Good seeing you, man.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You know why I'm here, Dave.
Yeah. Let's talk some boxing, man.
Anthony Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk.
I thought Anthony adjusted well. I think he you could see that his strategy was to kind of bombard or go berserk on Usyk in the last 4 rounds. So you see him turn up in the 8th round. He had a hell of a 9th round, but he was waiting before that. And he looked a little heavy. You know, I know he had a new trainer, but he looked a little heavy, like he was sluggish, a little more sluggish than he usually is. He's usually sharper than that. Usyk can make people look like that, though. But those body shots, I feel like Russians, it must be a Russian thing, but Russians can't take it to the body. Like I said this to you a minute ago. We were talking about Kovalev, looked like a world beater, looked like a destroyer, but can't take it to the body. Usyk, I think Joshua may have kind of exposed Usyk's weakness because Usyk can't take it to the body, even though he put on extra weight. And that's another thing about the fight. He looked a little sluggish, too.
He was 3 to 4 pounds heavier than
Only
the
3 to
first
4?
fight. Yeah.
He was heavier the first fight?
No, he was 3 to 4 pounds heavier this fight than the first.
It looked like it was more than that. He looked like he put on a lot more muscle. You know what I'm saying? He looked stocky. Usyk's usually not that big, but can't take it.
I thought you were talking about Joshua.
No, I'm talking about Usyk.
Oh, Usyk? I don't know how much he put on.
Yeah, Usyk looked big, man. But yeah, I think he might have exposed Usyk with that, though. Those body shots definitely was about to get him out of here, and Usyk couldn't have took another round of that. That's why he did that in the 10th round. He had to go on the offensive, because if he'd have laid back, kind of trying to counterpunch like he was doing the rounds prior, I think Joshua would have got to him, because Joshua was turning up, and Usyk had to meet fire with fire, and he did a good job with that. So I don't take nothing away from that. I feel like it was I had to fight, same thing about 7 rounds to 5, Usyk. I felt like he did enough to win in the end, those last 3 rounds. So yeah, I thought it was a good decision on the ref side. I don't see how they had it with Joshua, but I wouldn't have argued with it either, though. You know what I mean? Because the early rounds was kind of slow. So, it could have went any way. But the fight was good. I don't think Joshua got nothing to hold his head down for. I feel like he did his job, but he said it too. He may have left too much in the gym because he looked like he was starched a little bit. You know what I mean? He usually a little bit more crisp than that. Even in the fight that he lost to Usyk, he was a little more crisp than that. The fight against Ruiz, he got knocked out, but he was crisp in that fight. You know what I mean? He usually sharp and explosive. And we remember the fight against Vladimir or Vitaly, Vlad, with that uppercut at the end of the fight. He usually have some punching power and some sharpness left with him near the end of the fight. So maybe that's something he got to adjust with his new trainer. Because sometimes when you go into training camp with somebody else, they don't know you well enough to know, they need to curtail certain things at certain times in the camp, because it might translate into you looking starched in the fight. And that's how he looked.
As far as Joshua, where does he go from here? Because now this is 2 back-to-back losses, 3 altogether.
Right.
And you got Tyson Fury. I guess he's not interested. Tyson might not be interested in that fight currently.
Right. I think Joshua has been fighting big fights for a long time. He don't have to chase another whale. His name alone is going to ring bells. He's going to make money anyway, no matter who he fights. I think he should fight some tough, winnable fights right now, just to get the feeling of winning back. And with the pressure of not having the belts off of him, I think he just needs to get the feeling of winning back under him. So if I was Eddie Hearns and I was like his handler, I would just get him in some winnable fights, some tough, winnable matchups. You got what's Ortiz? What's his name? Ortiz, a southpaw.
Yeah. Ortiz is fighting Ruiz.
Yeah, I would stay away from Ruiz, but guys like Carlos Ortiz, I will fight somebody like him later on down the line. Find you another tough Russian to fight. You got Dylan White out there. Dylan White's a beatable guy who's gonna come, ready to fight, give you a good fight, but who I think Joshua can edge out and beat. So he needs some of those, maybe 2 or 3 of those under his belt, and prepare for a fight. I think him and Wilder would be a great fight, a year down the line.
That's still a fight that I want to see.
I would love to see that fight. I think Wilder can beat Joshua, though, because I feel like Wilder's heart is crazy, even when he's losing, and he's gonna hit you. And when he hits you, I haven't seen anybody able to take that right hand, not even Fury can take it. I saw him like he hit Fury. Fury had a ripple. I put it, you know, I break everything down, so I put it in slow mo. You see the ripples go down Fury's body, like all the way from the head, all the way down to his feet. It was ripples of his fat moving. So I don't think nobody could take Wilder right hand. He looking a little sharper, and his head is a little clearer. I think it's good for a fighter to be like stress-free and happy. And Wilder is looking that way now, and Joshua isn't. Joshua's looking like the game is wearing on him. So he need to take a break, then come back and get the feeling of winning under his belt.